What's up, speech class? This is Nick Ancona. This is my crib. Come on in. I've been expecting you, Mr. Powers. Hi, everybody. My name's Nick Ancona, and I sort of already mentioned that in the previous skit. And first of all, about that, yes, that was a spoof of MTV's Cribs, and a very poorly executed Austin Powers skit as well. Most of you recognize these scenes because, first of all, we love to watch TV. And more than that, we love to go to the movies. Going to the movies is the time-honored first date, and often the topic of conversation around the water cooler between friends, acquaintances, and even strangers. However, the one thing I think we can all unanimously agree is the worst thing about going to the movies is paying $10 to watch a 90-minute film. Well, what if I told you that it were possible to get a similar experience within your own home? A sort of home theater experience. Yeah, I like the sound of that. Home theater. Now, obviously having a home theater is not necessarily a new idea. Over the past 2.5 years, I've actually worked at Best Buy, specifically in the home theater department. And I've had the opportunity to work on projects as small as just a basic TV upgrade. And for a lucky few, I've gotten to work on projects that involved us selling, coming out to the home and installing, and in the end, creating a true theater within a customer's home. To give you an idea, my personal high when it comes to sales is actually $50,000 that an individual spent just to create the ultimate home theater. As long as technology has permitted, somewhere around the mid-1920s, people have strived to create the ultimate movie-going or home theater experience. In this speech, I want to start by giving you an overview of the components or the building blocks that make up a really quality home theater system. Then I want to take a deeper look into a few cool technologies, such as what goes into really quality speakers, 3D TV, and then finally, I would like to give you a look into my very own personal home theater system, which is currently a work in progress. But I want to kind of go through and show you some of the technologies that we talk about that I have within my own system, and show you the different components that make up my home theater system. Alright, so first, what are the components of a home theater system? First and foremost, you want a room to solely dedicate to your home theater. You definitely want something, it can be spacious, smaller, but you definitely want a room to dedicate solely to the home theater. Also, you want to pick out your own kind of furniture, whatever it is, but the room and the furniture are the starting components. Next, obviously, you need your TV. This is, and what I recommend, is a plasma. You get the best motion out of it for sports and movies, and you also get the very best color, the most accurate color. Third, and just as important as a TV, which a lot of people don't realize, is the surround sound. So typical surround sound, you're going to have an amplifier, you're going to have 5 speakers, 5.1 being the most common. So you'll have 2 front speakers, 2 rear speakers, and if you can visualize, these would actually hang up on the back wall there. And the last, you would have a center channel, which will give you all your dialogue out of the center channel. Some people consider it to be the most important speaker out of the 5. You also need a few other components. For starters, we're going to take a look down here. High definition cable box. So you definitely want to have high definition to take full advantage of the high definition picture that these TVs offer. So that's definitely essential. If we go over to this drawer here, you want a Blu-ray player. Blu-ray is going to be the very best picture you can get, full 1080p, which a lot of you have heard of, just the highest resolution. I have mine in the form of a PlayStation 3, which will also play high-definition games for me, as well as Blu-ray movies. Something I've added on that I do recommend, though, is a surge protector, or a reference center. So you see the numbers here in the middle. This is actually keeping the electrical current to all of my systems at a steady rate. That way, if I happen to get a surge, or even any kind of little fluxes, none of my home theater components are damaged. So these are the components and different things that you need to really have a complete home theater. Alright, so now that we know the components of what makes up a good home theater system, I want to take a little bit more of an in-depth look at a few of the technologies that today's home theater systems offer you. For starters, we're going to look at a really cool newer feature that a lot of these TVs offer, and that's 3D ability. So what I want to show you here is actually a set of active 3D glasses. So active 3D glasses, and if I pull them right out of here, now we'll take a look. If you put them on, they're actually battery powered. So what I would do is, if I was going to watch any kind of 3D content, I'd actually power the glasses on. Now, a lot of you are familiar with the passive that goes on in the movie theater, where you just put the glasses on, no power. What the active actually does is it flickers back and forth. What that allows you to do is see 1080p out of each eye, so you get the best resolution, where the passive cuts the resolution in half because it overlaps two images. So active is still thought of as a better technology for 3D. The next thing I want to talk about as far as technology goes is actually the technology that goes into the speakers. I'm going to focus on Klipsch, which is a very prestigious name brand. They started off as a very small company manufacturing in a small city in Indiana, and they actually worked their way up and now are used by movie theaters all across the nation and the world, actually. This right here is the center channel that I had referred to earlier. Like I said, a lot of people consider it to be the most important speaker in the system. If we pull the front plate off of this, we can actually take a look at the power that drives the speaker. So here we're going to have the two drivers where you're going to get your power from. And this in the middle is actually Klipsch's patented technology. It's actually a horn. If you can imagine just an old style like horn that you would see in a school where the PA would announce over. It's that idea within these. Klipsch and Fred Klipsch was actually the originator of this horn technology for loudspeakers. And it's, like I said, used in movie theaters all across the world, and also one of the #1 choices for personal home theater systems, which we're focusing on today. So these are a few of the different technologies and a deeper look to what makes up a great home theater system. And now it's time to give you guys a demo of my own personal home theater. As you can see, and as you guys just saw, like I said, the first component is the room and the furniture. Let's start in the back of the room here. Like I said, this is a work in progress. So you saw a few things, you know, the boxes from the move. There. Up here in the corner is actually one of the rear speakers. This is going to be the actual placement of it, and we'll have another one in the other back corner once I do complete my perfect home theater. Now if we swing around this way, we get another look at the furniture, but back up front here, you see that the TV is gone. So with the perfect home theater that I'm trying to get to, the TV is actually going to be mounted up in this wall. We'll be able to swivel out and hang a little bit higher, just to give you a better feeling when you're watching, as looking up, more like you're in a theater, as opposed to just a room of some kind. We've got the speakers, which I talked about, the Klipsch speakers, some of the best you can get. Not the most high-end, there's obviously more. I told you about my $50,000 customer, but definitely good quality stuff. We have the furniture that matches again, the components I've talked about already, and basically this is my home theater. Alright guys, so hopefully I inspired you to kind of think about your own home theater system and what you might have in a home you have now, or maybe a future home that you'll have. And you know, if you so decide, you know, come on in and stop into Best Buy and see a home theater specialist like me. And with that, guys, just go ahead and take a look, and I'm gonna give you a little demo.
Somebody else is on the run. 6.5 minutes to go. 53-50. Ohio State. They just joined us. They dictated the first half. Led it by 10 and a couple of points.